So we just got the reveal of the part 2 headliners of the 11th anniversary. I mean, you don't have to you could have played part 1 for a day and you can already I mean, everyone's going to have the same reasoning of this is just better. The characters themselves, no one has a problem with these characters. Everyone has a problem with Daima. The Daima animations were fumbled. These from 10 seconds of animations look like they clear everything we've seen in the game before. It's just levels there's levels to this, and they're at an all-time high, bro. I mean, this is it's just exciting. And one thing I want to talk about now is what do the animations trigger? Like by the way, the glimpses of the animations we've seen, I'm thinking we might have the first tags that have intros. Again, it's all speculation. And also, one thing we don't know is they did show 2 EX supers, one for each character. However, does that mean maybe I would but we still don't know if both sides of the tag will have EX supers. I would assume so, but I just want to go back and check this, see if we can get. But I don't know, for some of these shots and stuff, I'm thinking it seems a lot like intros to me. Like, okay, so yeah, this this shit right here. I mean, to me, this looks like an intro. Why would this be an exchange meetup? Like both of them just walking in? Oh, I mean, again, all this is speculation, or this could just be, the start of Goku's after school where they're both gonna attack. But I mean, them both just walking in like that. I mean, come on now, that looked like an intro to me, and then we go right into. Now, I would say 100% them both talking right here, and they eventually do hit these are the poses for the 4th year anniversary LRs. These are their LR poses. I can almost guarantee this is part of the exchange mechanic, just because the exchange mechanic always ends up with them both hitting a pose. So again, but that first clip we seen with them both like walking in, this kind of screams intro to me. It doesn't like that would tie into them both posing right here. So that's the one thing I'll critique about tags is intros are so fire, and yet we get the introduction of tags, and it's like, all right, we're gonna have an intro into an exchange. It's basically like getting 2 intros of one, and like every no tag in the game has an intro, and it kind of makes me a little disappointed. The other thing I'd say I guess I have a problem with tags is I don't like how both the 12 and 18 key of both sides of the tag units are just like 6-second long beam animations. It's kind of underwhelming a little bit. I mean, it makes up in the end when active skills look very good, but it's just a little nitpick of mine. Okay, so like this line, he's saying like, I'm back, like he's showing off Ultra Instinct. And right here we have Vegeta, like he's transforming. And then they meet up. I mean, are we really gonna have Goku like when it's turn 4? So we've already been using him for 4 turns. He's gonna meet up, say this is UI, and then Vegeta's gonna do a whole transformation just in front of Goku, and then they're gonna pose back to back. I don't know. I think this could be tag characters finally introducing like intros. Like turn 1, UI Goku starts off. There he is. Turn 4, meet up. Vegeta transforms, and then they go back to back. Now, one thing I could see is potentially these just being the first tag units where they have intros, but they only have intros because they can switch turn 1. So maybe like instead of every other tag unit, how it's no intro, turn 4, they meet up, exchange animation, they both pop on a screen. Maybe these are just the first tag mechanic characters to where turn 1 they have an intro, but they have an intro because they're able to, like turn 1 starts and you can switch instead of waiting 4 turns and having an exchange mechanic. So that's what I would figure for that. That would be pretty awesome. That would clear up a lot of my issues with tab characters, just because intros are just they're so clean, man. Like they're so fire. And now the other thing I want to come to is we start talking about EX Super Tags. These also are already confirmed to have EX Super Tags. It's the brand new mechanic 11th anniversary. It makes sense for both part 1 and 2 headliners to feature it, which makes sense. However, part 1 obviously was not no tag characters, and now we're getting them. And granted, they don't want to show everything. They want to make it to where the live stream coming up in a week, I think, they want to be able to show everything off there. But they do tease us with 2 of them. Now, Vegeta, his EX Super Tag is the Final Flash. Also, one thing I want to note out real quick. The EX Super Tag for both Vegeta and Goku is just the name of the EX Super Tag for Vegeta is just straight up Final Shine Attack. Does that mean maybe his non-EX is a totally different animation? Because the diamond units, it's really the same animation. Instead, they just throw on 3 extra seconds of a different attack. And it's kind of a bit underwhelming. A little bit, because they throw on 3 seconds of an art animation. So it's not really new. And then the voice acting that is in the new mechanic is them screaming for 2 seconds. But this looks totally different. And then we go over to UI Goku. Unpolished Instinct Flash. Obviously, probably referring to him right here in the middle of the turn, transforming to UI. I mean, this looks so good. And then right here, well, they have I'm gonna see if I can get it right. They have some frames in here that you cannot see at full speed. Yeah, you can see Tien, Krillin, Roshi, Piccolo, Gohan, 18, 17, and then ending with Vegeta, Frieza, and you see the little eye. Yeah, that's such small detail, and you might be able to pick up on it when it plays in 1x, but I mean, I kind of wish that was extended just a little bit, because it's very hard to see. But yeah, just amazing. But one thing I'm proud with UI Goku is, so again, with his EX, can I go by the name? It's Unpolished Instinct Flash. What if, okay, again, and the Flash is referring to him in the middle of the Kamehameha, going UI, mastered UI. What if the non-EX is just Unpolished Instinct? I would be very underwhelmed if the non-EX is the same animation. Instead, he just doesn't go MUI. The animation keeps playing and he doesn't transform. That would make me hate this new mechanic even more than I do right now, just regarding the whole RNG element there is to it with the diamond characters. It's almost impossible to get diamond Super Saiyan 4. People were data mining and trying to figure out if it was actually a 77% chance. That's how hard it is to get that. But that aside, I mean, the voice acting was not good for the diamond units. And as well, it was the same Super Tech animation with just 3 seconds added on of Goku smashing someone into a cliff and Vegeta doing a attack we've seen him doing old Dokkan cards. It's not fun. However, these are just one beam attacks. And I would figure that the non-EX versions of these are going to be totally different, completely separate super attacks. Something everyone expects it to be when we got the reveal of this animation. So really, I'm really hoping that's the case. I'm really hoping. I want to see these guys moving around, jumping future Trunks' animation. He's flying through the map, teleporting. That looks clean. But the thing is, they do not show Evolution Blue Vegeta's EX and Goku's EX. Now, whether that is they just don't have one, or obviously they want to try and not spoil everything and be able to show something new off whenever it comes to the broadcast in a week. I don't see why the other parts of the tag wouldn't have the new mechanic, because I mean, if you think about the diamond characters, they have a lot of powerful effects put behind those EX supers. So when you do get them, they drastically change the way the cards look. They look like totally different cards. So it would be very underwhelming for, let's say, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. His EX super attack effect, I don't know, gives guard to the rotation. It's okay, then you go to Goku. He just doesn't have one. It's why would you want to go to Goku? So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that these two will have 4 EX supers. One 12 key or 18 key for both tag versions of the card. So I fully expect for the broadcast we will be seeing that. And I'm also going to predict that these will be the first tag characters to introduce intros. Dude, you can't tell me this is not an intro. You just can't tell me that. And then for the UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta, why would we get to turn 4 and he's saying, "All right, I'm about to show you why," and then Vegeta's doing a whole transformation? Like, I don't know. I think we'd be seeing a new version of tag characters hit the game, and that just makes me even more excited for part 2. So this is just my thoughts. We will find out in a week, and I want to say thank you all for watching and have the best day.